So you can see what I've done. I've kind of come by and mowed from the gate around the area here where the horses drink, the hay barn there, all the way up to the stable and around a couple of times. I don't mow the entire pasture. I want them to have stuff to graze on. But I like to keep the grass kind of manicured around this area here. It's on lots of videos. You want it to look nice and clean. And that blade on the mower sort of helps mulch in all of the horse dung and keeps our pastures healthy. It also makes it where when I walk out in the mornings early, I don't get all the dew, the moisture all up my legs. It rids this area of ants, which is huge. And it just looks pretty. It just looks pretty when it's all nice and mowed. Working at the car wash. Working at the car wash, baby. Ooh, car wash. Working at the car wash, baby. Next! I cut the most of the stalls, not to do a car washing. Roman, you want some car washing? Roman was like, I'll take me some car washing maybe. Just go slow so I don't get scared. Okay, Roman. Here comes your car wash. Working at the car wash. Ooh, the car wash, baby. Working at the car wash. Roman's at the car wash, baby. Do 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 do. You want some car washing? Trying to do a car wash here, Rita. Can I give you the car wash brushing? Look. Hey, settle down, Gemma. Roman, you want the car wash or not? Easy. Easy, buddy. It's Daddy's car wash. Gemma, don't do it. Gemma, I've already given you the car wash, sweetie. You already had the car wash. Girls, settle down. You girls can all just settle down. Gemma, baby, I can't work around you, sweetie. I think that Roman wants some car wash action, but Gemma is going to be a thorn in my side. All right, you ready, Roman? Ready for the car wash action? Look. It's just a broom. It's just a broom. Look, easy. You want the car wash? Here, easy. Look. He wants the car wash so bad. Gemma, would you leave, sweetie, please? I can't work with you here, sweetie. I love you, but I can't work with you here. Come on, Dad, let's play car wash, baby. This is a dirty room. This is a dirty room. Sweetie, it's dirty. You're gonna get all dirty with me in the car wash. Roman's coming back for more car washing. Okay, next. Come on up, Roman. Next. Next. You've already had your car wash. Time for Roman's car wash. This is the brush. All right, something we have to continually buy. Right there. These are our dewormers for our cows. And I'm gonna put one out in their pasture and then they'll come by and eat on it as they need to. It's a sort of a molasses type looking block. All I have to do is take off the top and the cows will come by and do the rest. So you just set your dewormer out and the cows will come by and start licking whenever they're ready. Guys, we don't know what happened. We don't know who did it, but something horrible happened while we were not here. And it could have been very, very dangerous. Look at our round pen stable. I said it's very dangerous. It's still very dangerous.
So how the heck are we going to get it down?
I'll figure out a way to get it down, but my question is, who in the world did that? So don't say tornado or anything like that. Somebody, and I'm guessing this big guy here.
Just to see if there was food in that bucket?
There was no food in that bucket. I have not even used that. In my last 3 feed ups, I've not even used it. So I don't know how it got pushed around, or maybe, I don't even know what to tell you. But somehow our entire round pen has been pushed around and twisted. And I don't know how, and I don't know why. But all I know is that's very dangerous, and I'm just hoping to God that I'm praying a blessing of thanks, a prayer of thanks, that no one seems to be hurt. I don't see any lacerations. I don't see any cuts, or obviously I can't see any bruising. But Rita, put your ears pretty, sweetie. Everyone seems to be fine, but Jamie and I pull up to do our afternoon feed up, and look at that. Look what we find. And that's just darn scary, because who knows what that incident looked like when it happened, and who knows how bad they could have all been hurt. Come on, let's go eat. I'm a little bit surprised at how fast the cows ate the grain out of the feed buggy. So today I'm going to take the larger, oh no, I'm sitting too high. Today I'm going to take the larger of the feed buggies to the feed store and go ahead and have it filled up. I hate to do that because I really thought that we would be good on feed with that smaller buggy for a while, being that we have so much grass, and I've even been putting out a little bit of hay. But I'll tell you what, the cows have eaten it down, and now the reason that I need it filled up so bad is because I'm using that to lure my cows in for their fly treatments. Y'all think that's high enough? Let's back up and see if it'll fit. Let's see if I gauge that proper. Let's see if I gauge that proper, huh? Here we go. This truck, 2018, has the best camera ever dang it. This is the best camera. The big truck is a 2023, and that camera on the big truck is not near as good as a camera on this 2018. Isn't that something? You would think with technology things would, improve, but I'll tell you what, Jamie's vehicle, which is pretty expensive of a car, it has nothing like the camera that this truck has, a backup camera. And I will say this, I will never get rid of this truck because the camera is so good on it. People don't realize how valuable a good backup camera can be. And I will also say that I'll move that big dually along before I move this farm truck along. So we're gonna head to the feed store. You guys come ride with us, and then we're going to get back over here and replace the feed buggy that's over there now with this one here. Now this truck does have 91,000 miles on it. And you wanna hear something crazy? And also, I'm a little bit embarrassed about this. It still has the original tires. And in 91,000 miles, even though I get my oil changed on a regular basis, I stay right on schedule with tire rotations, oil changes. Guys, I've never, ever replaced the tires. The same tires on this truck today are the ones that came on it back in 2018 when we bought it. Isn't that crazy? I mean, seriously, isn't that crazy? And to have 90,000 miles and have the same tires. But in saying so, I will admit the tires are starting to get bald, and I do worry about taking longer trips by the fear, with the fear of something going wrong. Last thing I'll say about it, and I'll get off the subject, is that the truck's only a 1500, which was great back in the old days before we began to pull heavier trailers. But now we pull, trailers full of hay, trailers with horses, trailers with cows. This truck here no longer will pull those types of trailers. And so you have to kind of upgrade. And so the dually works out wonderful for all the heavy loads that we pull, when we pull tractors and whatnot. But I'll tell you what, this farm truck is my favorite truck to drive. It's been a wonderful, wonderful truck. The only downfall to the smaller truck, and I was just telling you guys about the 1500, is that we bring this feeder in and you can see how much weight it's putting on the tongue of the truck there. The larger truck, the dually with the double axle in back, holds and carries a whole lot more weight. Plus, because it's diesel, it pulls a whole lot easier. But this truck will get this job done, but it's just not going to be quite as easy on it. All right, we have us a sloppy mess in here. I do not think I'm going to be able to come through here with my truck, to be honest, without getting stuck. It's going to be hard with the side-by-side. The cows, by walking over all of this, has really made a mucky mess. I do not know if I'll get my truck and that big trailer through here. I don't know what we're gonna do, to be honest, but I'm not lined up. I know that. Let me retry that again. I'm gonna retry that again. All right, we're going to put this in the four-wheel drive. That's gonna be a mess though, and get this out of here. And then we'll back our other one up as far as we can. You guys hold on. Oh yeah, no problem. No problem here. All right, we're gonna pull this trailer here and back it up as far as we can into the lot. I got my truck in four-wheel drive, but I'm not saying it's easy. I really should have brought the bigger truck. Would have made this job a whole lot easier. I'm in four-wheel drive, and we need to go right through that gate without hitting that gate. There we go. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Let's spin her around, Lester. Spin it around. Spin her around. Straight back, straight back. I know you're getting dizzy. If you're dizzy, I am too. Don't worry. I'm only as dizzy as you are. I promise I'm as dizzy as you are, friends. I gotta save plenty of room on each side. There we go. All right, good news. We have our feed buggy. That's our larger feed buggy, the double axle feed buggy. And it is filled to capacity with plenty of grains. And that will also give a way for our cows to come by every day, get a little belly full, and allow themselves to be applied the insect repellent. That will keep them a little bit more comfy out in the pastures. The cows, in the meantime, are down on the far back ridge. You can see just their heads popping up behind the hill, back behind the pecan trees. They're fine. We drove down and saw them on our live this morning. They're wonderful. Our bulls up front, our bulls +1. We have Chucky here with them. He's a steer. But they're doing wonderful, and we will leave these guys here for the next several months throughout the summer. And we're still questioning on whether to allow, oh Lord, I don't even want to say it because I don't want to put it into your head, but we are still wondering about maybe allowing Prince Willie Joe a shot or two at a few of the females. There are some. And then talking about Tex, we've already talked about that, but we will take Tex at the end of the summer while he's still in the back pasture, load him into our trailer, take him to A&M, probably sometime in October, right after all of our calves are born, but before the next breeding season, and haul him on over to A&M to have him taken care of. And from there, I think that I would like to take him and Santana both over to Longhorn Lester's and live out there in that donkey pasture on the right side. But that's still a question mark. There's a lot of folks who are saying bring him back over here, bullpen him while he heals, and then at some point release him back to become grandpa to all of his family. And that's completely fine too. Once he's been neutered and you give the swimmers time to, well, stop swimming, if you know what I mean, then he can absolutely come back and become just Grandpa Tex with the big herd. Here where they have plenty of grass and lots of just accommodations for all of our Longhorn. But that's in the future, friends. I want to thank you all for watching today. I'm a little concerned. I did have a big day planned over at Jake's for some more barbed wire fencing. But as I sit here working on these morning jobs and chores, I'm seeing clouds rolling in, which might signal rain. Don't know what to think about that, but we'll see what the day holds. Thank you so much for watching. We love you. We're so blessed to have you. And we will catch you guys on the next video, huh? Kisses.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.